What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kinetic615 back for another episode of the Michigan Wolverines Slow Sim Dynasty. We are in year 4, 2028, week 8, 7-0, ranked number 3, which is a crime, by the way, which I'll get into in just a second. But make sure, real quick, to like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know what you think. So, for those that have been following along, it's another week. For those that are just tuning in, we'll do a quick recap, but basically this is a slow sim dynasty. We do not play the games. We build the team, we develop the team, we set them in the best possible position to be able to win, and then we let them go and see how good we really are at building a championship team. Here's a little side note, guys, not to discredit any of your favorite YouTubers, but it is really easy to, quote, rebuild a team if you're jumping in and playing all of your biggest games. Just saying. But this way, I can't jump in and overpower EA's coding to mask poor team building. Anyway, so real quick note, as you can see here, we got my guy, Micah Kaapana, friend of the channel, in the Heisman Trophy race with our setup, and again, this is having not played a single down with the controller. Alright, so we got head coach Connor Stallions in his 4th year as the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines. Year 1, 2025, we went 9-3 and then got our 10th win in the Music City Bowl over Mississippi State. Year 2, 2026, we went 9-3 and then lost in the ReliaQuest Bowl to South Carolina. Year 3, 2027, we went 10-2 in the regular season, lost to Texas on the road by 1 touchdown, lost by 3 points at home to number 1 Oregon, got into the playoffs at 10-2, went on a run. We beat Texas A&M at home, we beat USC in triple overtime in the Cotton Bowl, we beat Georgia in the Peach Bowl, and then we played Alabama in the national championship and walked away with Michigan's 13th national championship in program history, and capped off Bryce Underwood's college career with a national championship and a player of the game honors in the national championship. Year number 4 on our bounce back tour from the national championship season. So far we are 7-0. Our offensive coordinator is PJ Fleck, former head coach of Minnesota Golden Gophers, who has informed us that it is his final year as a coordinator, as he will be seeking a head coaching job after this season. Our defensive coordinator is Connor Walker, former defensive coordinator for the Auburn Tigers. Quick look back at our schedule so far this season. We started, and this is why I say, guys, earlier that it is a travesty that we are ranked number 3. Let me give you a quick rundown here. Week 1 of the season, we came in ranked number 3. Georgia was ranked number 2. Again, we won the national championship last season and beat Georgia in the semifinals. So we come into the season, they're ranked ahead of us, number 2 over number 3. We go out to the Vegas Kickoff Classic and beat the number 2 Georgia Bulldogs by 3 points in a neutral site to kick off the season. That vaults us into the number 1 ranking in the country. We then go on to go undefeated. We beat West Virginia at home 31-17. We return home and beat Maryland 33-3. Then we go on the road to beat Purdue 58-13. Then we return home and we beat Oregon State, Northwestern, and Nebraska at home. And what do? After week 5, we got bumped to number 2 behind Georgia. After week 7, I'm sorry, that was after week 6. After week 7, after we beat Nebraska 49-17, they bumped us down to number 3. Both of the teams that are ahead of us have a loss. We do not. Georgia is 5-1. Notre Dame is 7-1. We are 7-0, and we beat Georgia. How are we falling in the rankings when we beat the team that they have number 1? It's absolute crime. If y'all want to say Duke is in number 1 because if they have a better strength of schedule, okay, they're undefeated. Same with Florida or USC. But how is a team with a loss to us ahead of us? Doesn't make any sense. And Notre Dame They play a YMCA football schedule, a rec league schedule. So how are they ranked ahead of us? Come on now. But it is an absolute crime against college football that we have dropped from first to second and then second to third while going undefeated and to get overtaken by a team that we defeated in week 1. Anyways, this week we are on the road out to Washington to take on the Washington Huskies. We'll take a quick run through of their roster and ours, or at least the depth chart. So it is year 4. So there is going to be some familiar Michigan faces, some familiar college football faces that have transferred in, and a few guys that are starting to come out into the depth chart from game-created recruiting classes. So our starting quarterback is C.J. Carr, legacy recruit and former Notre Dame quarterback, redshirt junior. Behind him, redshirt junior Bryce Baker, and then Michael Van Buren, redshirt senior. At running back, Micah Kaapana, redshirt senior, Trent Simple, redshirt freshman, Reggie Dial and Zaire Flanagan, redshirt sophomores. Fullback, we got redshirt sophomore Kevin Trout. Wide receivers, we've got senior Donovan Murph, redshirt senior Marion Stewart, redshirt junior John Anthony Hall, redshirt sophomore Dante Ahmad, redshirt juniors Chris Lawson and Liam Thorpe. At tight end, we got Luke Harpring, a redshirt senior, Vinny Van Buren, a redshirt sophomore, and then Jamar Browder, redshirt junior. At left tackle, redshirt sophomore Dorian Hunley, left tackle Dominic Stewart. At left guard, redshirt sophomore Max Simonson, redshirt junior Avery Gash, redshirt freshman Jose Shields. At center, redshirt junior Ty Haywood and redshirt junior Caden Strayhorn. At right guard, redshirt sophomore George Cherry, redshirt senior Jake Guarnera, and redshirt sophomore Frank Willett. At right tackle, redshirt sophomore Brian Jordan, redshirt sophomore Mike Wolf. On the defensive line, we've got redshirt senior Lugard Edikpaye, redshirt senior Zena Umea Zulu. At right edge, senior Wendell Gregory, redshirt sophomore Brenton Brooks, and redshirt freshman Paul Hicks. On the interior defensive line, redshirt senior Ted Hammond, redshirt freshman Romeo Sauer, redshirt junior Jordan Crawford. Sam linebacker, third year player Cameron Booth, second year player Ezekiel Burns. Mike linebacker, redshirt sophomore Cordell Carver, recent transfer in redshirt senior Garrett Stover, and then redshirt freshman Oscar Cashman. At will linebacker, we've got transfer redshirt senior Gabe Williams, third year player redshirt sophomore Taylor Kiernan, and redshirt freshman Colin Callaway. At cornerback, we got former 5-star recruit redshirt sophomore Deontay Liggins, redshirt senior Josiah Edmond, redshirt junior Jaden Sanders, recent transfer in redshirt senior Terrion Nichols, and junior Vernon Nordine. At free safety, we got redshirt freshman Tommy Mitrione, recent transfer redshirt senior Coy Beasley. At strong safety, we've got converted corner Shamari Earls, redshirt freshmen Reggie Gideon and John Brown. At kicker, we've got third year kicker Otis Beck, sophomore punter Caleb Berryman. Our kick returners will be Zaire Flanagan and Dante Ahmad. Punt returners, Amarian Stewart, Reggie Dial. Long snapper will be Max Simonson. Power running back will be Diego Longoria. Slot receiver will be Amarian Stewart and Chris Lawson. Let's check our coaching settings here. So that just a little bit. We'll take this down just a tad. Alright, let's take a look at our recruiting board. So just to recap our recruiting so far this season, we've got commitments from 4-star offensive lineman Malcolm Kopp, 4-star linebacker Kyler Radley, 5-star corner Terrence Blizzard, 4-star edge rusher Zach O'Toole, 4-star edge rusher Warren Gizzy, 4-star offensive lineman Lawrence Kalawaiaya, 4-star wide receiver Rashard Suggs, 4-star offensive lineman Robert Kafka, 5-star safety Tim Guy, 4-star offensive lineman Keelan Duzable, 4-star offensive lineman Arsenio Cavazos. This last week we got a huge commitment from the number 1 prospect in the country, 5-star quarterback John Gillikin out of Tacoma, Washington, 6'4", 201 pounds, ranked number 1 at quarterback, number 1 in the state of Washington, and number 1 among all prospects nationally. Committed to Michigan over Texas Tech, Arizona State, and Oregon. Got a commitment from 5-star cornerback Alex Lambo, 5'11", 195-pound corner out of Powder Springs, Georgia. Ranked number 7 at the position of cornerback, number 24 nationally. Committed to Michigan over Georgia and Auburn. Huge to pull a 5-star out of Georgia away from Georgia. Speaking of Georgia, though, we did lose 4-star wide receiver Tyquan Jones to Georgia. We did get a commitment from 4-star offensive lineman Rashard Wimper out of Novi, Michigan, a 6'5", 276-pound 4-star who was ranked number 9 at the position of left guard and number 152 overall nationally. Committed to Michigan again over in-state rival Michigan State and Penn State. Also got a commitment from 4-star tight end Demarius Lynch out of Park Ridge, Illinois, 6'3", 228 pounds, ranked number 9 among all tight ends, number 197 nationally among all prospects, and committed to Michigan over his hometown school, Illinois. All right, Tim Price, we are unopposed. He is cut to his top 5, so we can go ahead and do a couple soft sells here to try to suss out his pitch. Alright, so it's gotta be the clutch. It's the only one it can be. Billy Ogburn, we are in first place in top 5 with a bit of a lead over Notre Dame and Florida. Notre Dame does have a better pipeline. We have a visit scheduled for week 11 here in 3 weeks. We've got the right pitch. We're just going to hold pat there. Angel Awasika, we've got a decent lead over USC, Oklahoma, and Notre Dame. We have a visit on week 11. We're just going to keep pushing there. Kona Nguyen, we have a pretty decent lead over Florida and Alabama. Trying to pull this 4-star corner out of Florida. We might get a commitment this week, but I'm feeling really good. If we don't get one this week, it'll be next week. Jamie Pettis, pretty much the same deal. This is a Michigan recruit, not a Florida one. But we're going against Miami and Louisville here. We've got a pretty decent lead. Now, Miami does have a visit on week 9, but I think with our pipeline bonus and advantage here, we'll be able to keep enough of a cushion that they won't get that won't make a difference. And if it does get all the way to week 12, then we have a visit. Bryce Stuber, another quarterback recruit that we're looking at. We should get a commitment this week. He does have a visit with Maryland next week, so we'll see what happens. But since we locked in Gillikin, I don't know that this really matters, but it is what it is. In fact, I almost feel like we might want to take him off of our board. Yeah, we only need one. Let's see the ones that we have. Let's see, are any of the ones that are holdovers going to be normal dev? If they are, we'll take him. But okay, so Carr's leaving, Baker's leaving, Van Buren's leaving. We got Hyde, who's a normal dev. Oh wow, so I probably actually need... I only got one quarterback that's going to be still on the roster. I actually probably do need him. Because that'll be 3. I'll still need to pick up at least 1 in the portal. Okay. And then Nate King, we've got a very, very slim lead over Miami. Smaller, a little bit of a bigger lead over Syracuse, Virginia Tech, and Clemson. But Miami has the pipeline advantage there. We have a visit scheduled in 3 weeks. Not really anything else we can do there except just hold out to the visit. Everyone else is scheduled for a visit, so we could schedule the kicker for a visit as well. Alright, we are going to use our custom playbooks. We've been using them every game, every year. They're not any better than stock books. They're just my personal play style. The offensive book is my personal play style. It's what I thought Michigan, should have been running for Alex Orji. Well, it's what I would like to see us run something like this for Bryce Underwood. The defense is my attempt to insert the amoeba defense into the game. I think the stock books are boring. This one is based on the amoeba defense from Luke Martindale, also with heavy influence from my guys Mike McDonald, Jesse Minner, and Brian Flores. It's just my attempt at it. It's a little bit more aggressive. We get a little bit more pressures, a little bit more sacks, but we give up chunk plays. It is what it is. It's a trade-off I'm willing to take. Now, I normally will do some bad play-by-play commentary, but my throat's really kind of hurting this morning, guys. My neck's hurting with the bulging disc that I have. So I'm gonna let the computer do most of the commentary. I might jump in towards the end, but I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy the game commentary for this one. Now we are in Washington, so this is an away game. So it could be a trap game. Could be a bit of a trap game.
Some would call it swag, some call it
and it's raining.
Some would call it being
because of course it's raining in Seattle.
It's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and you're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Washington Huskies. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer.
All right, we're going to put on slow speed. We're going to hit end of game. There we go. Good luck to the Wolverines. Enjoy the commentary. We'll see how I feel towards the second half end of the game, and I might jump in on the commentary. But enjoy the show, guys.
And he'll be brought down at the 24. So Michigan's offense will have the ball first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that.
Gonna take a shot. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Looking to pass, it's Carr. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Pulls it in inside the 10. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Here's the pressure. Looking for the goal line. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to bull his way in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. So Washington's offense will have its first possession of the game. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But you're going backwards, and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Back to throw, it's Carr. Got his man quickly. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines are rolling down the field. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he's got it! Touchdown, Michigan!
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Oregon. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finding an escape route. much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Jackson gonna throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Wilson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Motion from the wideout. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. To the ground with the back. Oh, spin move. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. They'll leave it with him. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. He'll keep it on the sneak. The sneak scores it.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that drive covered 40 yards. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Gonna run it. It's Carr. Picks up the 1st down. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Jackson will throw. Under fire. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops to throw. He lost one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Gets the back moving. Got the quick completion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Stewart. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Gonna look downfield again. Quick completion on the out. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll throw it from the red zone. Hauls it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Dropping back, it's Carr. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Quick strike through the air for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. That's reeled in. It's Furman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
To the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Huskies are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll send the back in motion. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Harris. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Jackson gonna throw it. The screen, he can go. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. Caught over the middle. It's Foley. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Wants to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. There he goes. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking to throw on first down. He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Jackson will throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Finds his target down the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Distance not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Tar forced to settle for 3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Pittsburgh came through with a lunch pail, hard-hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Washington.
Amazing job and awareness by that defensive lineman, locating the football, catching it, and then turning around and scoring. They may want to start using this guy on offense.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. To the air on first down. Got a man, it's Lawson. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Rushes on him. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Stewart. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It's good, and that was dead, solid, perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Breaks into the open. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Touchdown, Michigan. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Jackson going to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. That pass is incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quickly. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Bring in the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And this defense is smelling blood right now. Like, they know they got him right where they want him. Got him in a 3rd down and long. They got to lead by 3 possessions. Everything is going their way. This offense is in trouble.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's
all right, guys, I'm back. I figured I'd go ahead and jump in, man. What a game Donovan Murph is having, huh? C.J. Carr now over 250 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, but Donovan Murph, man, this is a career game for him. Pass over the middle, caught. Is that John Anthony Hall, I believe, number 81? Empty backfield for Carr. 5 receivers set, 4 wide right, 1 left. Murph, the lone receiver on the left, fires underneath over the middle, caught Marion Stewart, and he carries it across the line. Touchdown, Michigan.
And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Back out for the kick. Extra point, it's good.
Extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
And Michigan takes a 38-10 lead over the Washington Huskies on the road. Huskies take the kick in the end zone, bring it out, get across the 10, not quite to the 15, tackle at the 14. 1st and 10 Huskies. Shotgun, single tailback, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Looking to throw in the pocket, hit as he throws, and it's incomplete, knocked down by Shamari Earls. 2nd and 10. 2 tight ends on the line, 2 receivers out to the right. Tight end goes in motion left to right. Shotgun for Huskies. Fakes the handoff, keeps it. Quarterback under pressure, hit as he throws it away. Gets it out, incomplete, 3rd and 10. Shotgun, single tailback, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Looking to throw, fires right, caught, behind the line to gain. It's going to be 4th and 3, and the Huskies are going to punt.
They can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard.
Like I said, guys, badly done play-by-play. Marion Stewart fields the kick, gets it back to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10, single tailback, Carr under center, 2 tight ends in line, wing formation. Hands it to Campana. Campana runs left, gets through the line. Gain of 6 on the run, 2nd and 4. Shotgun duo set. Carr, 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 wide left at the boundary. Hands it to Capana. Capana up the middle. Hops over to fallen defender. Jukes at another one. Gets a block. There's a flag on the play, though. It looks like it's going to be an illegal block in the back or holding. Illegal block in the back by Amarian Stewart. That'll be from the spot of the foul.
So that penalty's going to cost
So it's going to be second and inches at the 49-yard line. And it'll negate part of the run. Shotgun now. Carr with Capana the tailback. Hands it to Capana. Capana runs up the middle, gets across the line. First down, gets it to the 42, jukes a defender. 1st and 10, Michigan. Shotgun, 3 receivers, bunch tight right. 1 out wide left. Hands it to Semple. Semple runs up the middle. Gain of 4. Runs through a defender. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for Michigan. I formation wing. Murph out wide left. Hands it to the running back. Diego Longoria, the power back, running right, gets 3 on the gain. 3rd and 3. Shotgun, tight formation, 1 tailback, Trent Semple. We got 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Looking to throw, Carr underneath. And it completes it, but it's a gain of only 2, so it's shy of the first down. It'll be 4th and 1. They send out Beck for the field goal kick from the right hash. It'll be a 50-yarder. It's got the distance, and it's good. 3 more points for Michigan. Otis Beck with the 50-yard kick. 41-10 now for Michigan in the 3rd quarter.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
Fielded just inside the end zone, brought out to the 15, tackled down at the 16. Huskies in shotgun, empty backfield. Pass left, caught behind the line to gain, 2nd and 1 Huskies. Shotgun, hands it off, draw play up the middle, met at the line, no gain on the play, 3rd and 1 Huskies. Shotgun, 2 receivers wide right, 2 tight ends in line. Hands it off to the running back, running right, gets around the line, 1st down. Tackled down at the 27-yard line. Quade Carr on the run. It's 28 yards on 10 carries for the running back. Shotgun. And they don't get it off. That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. 41-10 in favor of Michigan going into the 4th quarter. C.J. Carr has been spreading the passes around. 6 for Murph, 7 for Stewart, 5 for Harpering. Being very generous with the spread of the targets. Shotgun now, 3 receivers. Drops back to throw, fires underneath, caught. Gain of 7, 2nd and 3 from the 34. Huskies in shotgun, 2 tight ends on the line, 2 receivers wide right. Looking to the sideline, he's changing the play. Moving the receivers from right to left. Running back bounces to the right side of the quarterback. Drops back to throw. Pocket collapsing. Hit as he throws. Gets it out of bounds. Incomplete. 3rd and 3. Shotgun now. 3 receivers bunched right. 1 left. 4 receivers total. Single tailback. Looking to throw. Fires down the middle. Caught. 1st down. Tackled at midfield. 1st and 10 from the 50. Under center, single back, 2 receivers right, jumbo offensive line. Fakes the handoff, passes to the wide receiver on the boundary, RPO. Hit as he throws, completes it. Receiver tackled by Tommy Mitrione, 1 yard shy of the 1st down, 2nd and 1 Huskies. Fakes the handoff, RPO, passes to the receiver on the flat route. Caught, but it's going to be ruled as a 1 yard loss, 3rd and 2 from the 42-yard line. Shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Tight end goes in motion, right to left. Fakes the handoff. Quarterback keeps it. Met behind the line. Trio of defenders. Takes him down at the 42. It'll be 4th and 2. Washington's going to keep their offense on the field and go for it. 4 receivers, shotgun. Looking to throw. Fires right. And it's intercepted. Intercepted by, it looks like the linebacker, Cameron Booth.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Guys, here come those
Pass was a little high. Booth just went up and over the receiver from behind and just snatched it out of the air. Now Carr hands it off to Semple. Semple runs up the middle, 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
Direct snap to Capana. Capana on the sweep. Gets up the sideline. Jukes a defender at the 40. He's still going. 30, 20. Nobody can catch him. 5. Touchdown, Micah Capana.
Take it in. Touchdown, Michigan. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides.
Yeah, we're actually going to sub in some backups, get some time. Not full backup sub, but we will put in Bryce Baker. This is more to prevent injury here. We're going to keep Micah in. Since he's in the Heisman race, we're going to try to give him the best chance to get some stats here.
Getting set for the point after.
We'll let that squad finish out the game. Following the monster run by our guy, friend of the channel, Micah Capana. Heisman finalist, or not finalist, but Heisman watch list in 2028.
Inside the Big Ten. Maryland has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in College Park. They're up by 7 over Ohio State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Shotgun for Washington, 4 receivers spread wide. Drops back to throw, screen pass. Bounces off of offensive lineman's helmet, and we've got an injury. Michigan corner, Terrion Nichols.
You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more
3rd and 5 Huskies. Shotgun, 4 receivers, 2 to either side, spread out wide.
3rd down play from the gun.
Pocket collapsing, fires right, caught at 30 to gets it to the 32, tackled down. 1st and 10 Huskies. Shotgun now. Mug look from Michigan. Fakes the handoff, play action, fires over the middle, and it's caught but knocked out, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Shotgun now, 3 receivers. Blitz by Michigan, hits the running back on a little screen pass. It's going to be a loss of 1 yard, 3rd and 11 after the tackle. Shotgun, 3 receivers. 4 receivers. Looking to throw, under pressure, scrambling, throws on the run, hits the receiver in the hands, knocked out, incomplete, 4th and 11 Huskies. They'll send out the punt team. 2nd string defense putting in work for Michigan here. The punt is taken at the 28-yard line. Returned back to the 37, Amarian Stewart. Now under center, Bryce Baker. Single tailback, 2 tight ends in the line, one receiver to either side. Hands it to Capana. Capana runs up the middle, gain of 2. Shotgun, 1 tight end, 3 receivers. Hands it to the running back. Capana up the middle. Gets it 6 yards to the 44-yard line, 3rd and 2, and Capana goes over 100 yards on the day. Tight formation now, shotgun, 3 receivers. Hands it to Capana. Capana up the middle. Splits the defenders, spins around one at the midfield, taken down on the opponent's 49. Shotgun for Baker, duo set. Pitches it to Capana. Capana running left. Gets caught at the line, no gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Under center, power I formation. Baker with the snap, fakes the handoff, play action, fires right, corner route, dropped, incomplete. 3rd and 10 for Michigan, 4 receivers, shotgun. Looking to throw, fires over the middle, laser, caught. 1st down at the 29-yard line, 1st and 10. Shotgun, 4 receivers, single tailback. Baker hands it to Capana. Capana up the middle. He's got room. Jukes the defender. Gets it across the 15. Tackled at the 13. 1st and 10. Empty backfield. Nope, never mind. They're going to hit the 2-minute warning. Shotgun, split backs for Baker. Tight formation. 1 tight end, 2 receivers. Hands it to the running back. Capana with a 4-yard run gets it to the 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Hands it off, Capana running right, gets through the line, gain of 4 to the 5-yard line, 3rd and 2. Single back, wing formation, 1 receiver to either side. Hands it to Capana. Capana tackled in the backfield for a loss at the 8-yard line. And they'll send out Otis Beck for the field goal.
Absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more.
1 second left on the clock. They're going to bring it out, and that'll be end of regulation. Taken down at the 18-yard line. And Michigan goes on the road to Seattle, comes away with a 41-point victory, 51-10 over the Washington Huskies, to remain undefeated.
Take the figurative sledgehammer and hit him right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know.
Let's take a look at the stats for the game.
For your guys to do better. I think
All right, first downs. Michigan had 22 to Washington's 10. Total offense, 487 yards to Washington's 192. Total plays ran, 56 for Michigan, 53 for Washington. Michigan had an average of 8.7 yards per play, Washington 3.6. In the run game, Michigan, 27 carries, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns, an average of 6.5 yards. Washington, 19 carries with a total of net yardage of 1, no touchdowns, and 0.1. Their run game was effectively non-existent this game. Passing game, Michigan, 24 of 29 for 312 yards and 3 touchdowns with a 10.8 yard per pass. Washington, 23 of 34 for 191 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 5.6 yards. Third down conversion percentage, Michigan 72%, Washington 50%. Fourth down conversions, only 1 attempted in the game by Washington. It was unsuccessful. No 2-point conversions. Red zone percentage, both teams at 50%. Turnovers, Michigan had 1 interception. Washington had 2 interceptions and a fumble lost. Punt return yards, 17 for Michigan, 0 for Washington. Kick return yards, 50 for Michigan, 140 for Washington. Total yards for the game, 554 for Michigan, 332 for Washington. Punts, Michigan attempted no punts in the game. That's 2 games in a row with no punts. Washington averaged 39.2 yards per punt. Penalties, Michigan had 2 for 10 yards total. Possession time, Michigan 26 minutes, Washington 22 minutes. Individual player stats for the Michigan Wolverines. CJ Carr, 23 of 27 for 292 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and QB rating of 205.2, completion percentage of 85%. Bryce Baker, in the final 7 minutes of the game, 1 of 2, 20 yards, 50% completion, quarterback rating 134. Run game, Micah Kaapana, 17 carries, 131 yards, 1 touchdown. CJ Carr, 4 carries, 23 yards, and 1 touchdown. Semple, 4 for 18. Longoria, 2 for 3. Receiving yards, Amarian Stewart, 6 catches, 84 yards, 1 touchdown. Donovan Murph, 5 catches, 113 yards. Luke Harpring, 5 catches, 38 yards, and a touchdown. John Anthony Hall, 3 for 28. Chris Lawson, 3 for 38. Vinny Van Buren, 1 for 5. And Trout, 1 for 6. On the offensive line, we had 0 sacks attributed to an offensive lineman. Dorian Hundley led the offensive line with 7 pancakes. On the defensive side of the ball, our tackles leader was Tommy Mitrione, the safety. TFL's leader, Jordan Crawford, defensive tackle. For sacks, we had Romeo Sauer, Jordan Crawford, Wendell Gregory, Lugard Edikpaye, and Shamari Earls all recorded a sack. Cameron Booth had both interceptions on the game for Michigan. We had 1 fumble recovered by Ted Hammond in return for a touchdown. PBUs, Vernon Nordine, Romeo Sauer, Deontay Liggins, Terrion Nichols, and Shamari Earls all had a PBU. In the kicking game, Otis Beck was 3 for 4 from the field with a long of 51 and 6 for 6 perfect for extra points. No punts attempted in the game for Michigan. Kick returns, Zaire Flanagan had 3 returns for 50 yards. Punt returns, Amarian Stewart 3 for 17. Let's back out to the menu. We'll advance the week and see what changes from week to week. See if we lose another spot in the rankings with a win, since that's apparently what's been happening lately. All right, we got a commitment from 4-star cornerback Kona Nguyen out of Bradenton, Florida. Commitment from 4-star quarterback Bryce Stuber out of Southfield, Michigan. Southfield is the town I was born in. All right, we didn't lose out on anybody. And, of course, we moved back. 3 weeks of wins, 3 weeks we get moved back 1 in the top 25. This is getting ridiculous at this point. Every week we win, we stay undefeated, and yet we move back one spot every single week. This is absolutely ridiculous. But Georgia State at 1, Notre Dame at 2, Duke from 4 to 3, Michigan from 3 to 4, USC from 6 to 5, Tennessee 8 to 6, Louisville State still at 7, Mizzou 11 to 8, Auburn State at 9, Florida dropped from 5 to 10 with a loss to Texas. Oklahoma State moved up from 14 to 11. South Carolina from 16 to 12. Texas, with the win over Florida, moved from 17 to 13. Penn State moved from 15 to 14. Pitt moved from 21 to 15 with a win over Clemson. BYU moved from 12 to 16 with a loss versus Oklahoma State. TCU moved from 19 to 17. Alabama lost to number 8 Mizzou and dropped from 13 to 18. Miami on a bye week moved up 1 from 20 to 19. Clemson, with a loss to Pitt, dropped from 10 to 20. Mississippi State, last week unranked, has moved into number 21. Oregon moved up one spot from 23 to 22. Arkansas State dropped from 22 to 23. Florida State, unranked last week, moved into 24. And rounding out at the 25th spot, Louisiana stayed there from last week. I guess I should have looked and seen who dropped out. Boise State and Ole Miss dropped out of the top 25. Conference standings, we are number 1 in the Big Ten. Is Micah still on the Heisman watch? He is not currently, and that's okay. Let's go ahead and set it up to try to help him get more stats like that. Alright guys, well, tune in next time for us to see us go on the road again, this time to Camp Randall Stadium and take on the 5-2 Wisconsin Badgers. Again, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment on the video, let me know what you thought. Follow me everywhere on all social media platforms at Kinetic615. Please take a moment to look over the GoFundMe link that's linked in the YouTube channel bio. It's also linked and pinned at the top of my X profile at Kinetic615. Please feel free to send me a message on X at Kinetic615 if you have questions about the GoFundMe or anything in general about the content, or just want to say hey. I'll be happy to try to respond as well. But until next time, guys, as always, for me, it's Skull Vikes and Go Blue.